some stuff for this thing last night.
Cool.
Took a chunk out of my finger, trying to pull the door handles apart.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's happening. It is happening slowly.
Well, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, not it's going to happen.
It is happening.
Like you said,
Yeah.
it is happening.
The car's in a million pieces. We're committed now, mate.
100%.
100% committed
100%.
now. So it's happening. Alright, so everyone playing the home game. I'm in my shed tonight. Hello, everyone. Pulling apart and getting ready to get some of this stuff painted. So I am here drilling out these prop rivets to get off this rubbish off the bottom of this door mold. None of this can actually be painted because there's actually rubber, it's soft rubber. So we're going to pull it off, set it aside, get ready to prep all this, get all the chrome off and get all that going as well. So that's what I'm doing tonight. Let's get it.
No, it's pretty much what I worked out was I want to try and put a deadline of it, which is going to be like the middle of September essentially.
Yeah, I've set myself a goal as well with this car where I want to try and have all the accessories done. So bumper bars, door molds, guards, boot lids, possibly bonnet and all that sort of shit. If I stick to the schedule that I've created for myself now, where I just literally do even an hour and a half every night in the shed, even when it's cold and terrible and I don't want to do it. This is that whole thing we've been talking about as well. Getting off your ass and just trying to be 1% better every day. So if I can get out there and do an hour and a half every night, I'll get through it. Because as you know too, I'm trying to do it the best that I can do.
Oh, absolutely.
And I'm probably, what's the word? I am probably overthinking it.
Like everything, no doubt.
Like everything, because I want to make sure that it's perfect, but we all know that perfect is never going to happen. But I'm definitely trying to make it the best I can. And if I'm, like I spent an hour last night literally just washing the inside of the panels.
Yeah.
Getting rid of all the grime and the spider webs and the dead stuff and all that sort of stuff, which probably was an overkill. But in saying that, I don't want us to have to deal with that crap that we dealt with pulling it apart.
Yeah. The project, basically the reason why I'm putting a deadline of mid-September on it is that at the moment, speaking of the ute, the rego runs out on that car mid-September.
Okay.
So what I would like to do is have this car on the road by that point so that obviously we can swap it over.
Yeah, get it ready.
Now I don't know if that means that we're going to have everything done on it at that point.
I would need to have it painted and that to get it released.
Yeah, if we can have it driving, that's ideal.
Yeah, that won't be an issue.
With us coming back together after so long. At the time I didn't understand what it was.
No, it's one of those big events that you just I knew it happened for a reason.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is happening for a reason.
So it's like, it's happening for a reason, but you don't necessarily know what that reason is. Hopefully, for like the people that we might reach who are out in the ether, when we submit our videos or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully for the people we might be speaking to, some of those people might be sitting there thinking the same.
Yes.
And I believe that they probably are.
Yeah.
Those people are definitely out there. And it might even be people that are not necessarily sitting in their lounge rooms or sitting on their phones watching a video of ours that go, finally someone's answered my call. It might be someone that's sitting there that goes, actually, you know what, that thing's been missing for me. And maybe there is something in that. Like they might have the same awakening.
Yes.
One of those propelling motions
as
you and I have had. And that, that's the cause, that's the purpose. Hopefully what we're talking about or what we're doing kind of pushes that forward.
Yes.
If it's going down one track, it's always going to go down one track. But, like I've come across a lot of stuff over the last, let's say 20 years. And you're kind of like, from school through to starting work to this to that. And if you see things pop up from time to time and you're like, geez, the universe really doesn't want me to do that.
Yeah, you can just listen to it. You have to listen to it.
I always said that. I was always like, I'd be trying really hard to do something that in my mind I was like, this is what I've decided I'm going to do. So I'm like, I'll do everything possible to make that happen. And then at every turn, something pushes against you.
Yeah.
And you're like, hurry out, like the universe really doesn't want me to do this, or it doesn't want me to get to this place, or like, and then like you just kind of go, well, yeah, if you've always said that, when I actually started listening to a few guys and start reading a few books and you start actually trying to do a bit of self-improvement and self-development, all this sort of stuff, they start talking about how it's not just chance, that's an actual thing.
Yeah.
And you're like, what do you mean that's an actual thing?
It is
like,
an actual thing.
People who've come across this, studied it, and law of attraction and all these sorts of things. That's
it's like the secret, the power and all that sort of stuff.
It's a real thing.
Yeah.
I think religion is the way that has been described before the studies
Before
existed.
modern day science.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because modern day science can't explain it.
No.
Modern day science doesn't have a cause and effect necessarily for it, but there's actually something there, and religion or religion is its way of describing it. It's like, oh well, it's something there because it's God, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the simple explanation. It's God there, he's doing his thing, and you do the right thing, he'll do the right thing by you.
Yeah. It is funny you say that, because read the books or listened to the books, The Power and the Secret by Rhonda Byrne.
Yeah.
And that book itself is basically all on the law of attraction. People ask him, what is the law of attraction, or what is the universe? I say, well, we say that the universe is exactly what it is. It's infinite, it's out there, it's energy that goes on forever.
Yeah.
What do religions say about God?
Yeah, exactly the same.
It's just a different title.
It's literally just the title that you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
Like you say the word God to people, and if they're not religious at all, or they might even be against it, then all of a sudden they start looking at you like you're some kind of weirdo. Oh, you're one of those churches, you're a Bible basher, you're whatever. And it's like, if I say the word God, it's not because I'm Bible basher. Truth be told, I've never read the Bible.
No.
But at the same time, I can still believe that higher power exists. And if I'm saying that word because I'm trying not to disrespect that higher power, in the sense that I'm trying to say, yeah, I understand, like I believe that you are there, or you are doing the right thing by me, whether it's the word, the universe, or God, or whatever, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Point I was getting at this long-winded story, because I love telling them this long-winded. As soon as you're awake to the fact that it is there, or that it does exist, and that it is real, then you start paying attention to it. And you're kind of like, well, actually, when I said before that the universe really doesn't want me to do that, it's because the universe really doesn't want me to do that.
Yeah.
Because it exists.
It does exist.
So then you start paying attention to what it's trying to tell you.
Pushing you in certain directions.
Exactly right.
So,
and I think that now we started to ask those questions, like, you know, when I asked you the question of, do you want this thing to take this direction? And you were like, you know what? I actually was going to ask you the same question. Then it was like the higher purpose revealed itself.
It all came down
The
and just
curtain
fell in our lap.
opened.
Yeah. Everything since that moment has just been unconsciously collaborative.
Yeah, exactly right. But it's it's unconsciously collaborative, but it's collaborative in the sense that the universe on my side and your side are doing the same thing.
They're lining up quite well.
They're just pushing it into a path.
Yeah. Someone else will reach out and do something that they want to do. Finally listening to what's happening around them. Even maybe listen to the mistakes they're making.
Well,
so a few times on this project already, Brett and I have spoken about how well put together this car is and how surprising it is. This is another example of exactly that. So this is the door handle, which I've just pulled out of this passenger side front door. And a lot of the time on late model cars, these are totally plastic door handles. There's a bit of plastic and bits and pieces here as well. It's sort of a combination of the two, but there's a lot of metal in this, which is really cool. It's just not something you see.
Running my own business. When I went to start that, it wasn't because I wanted to follow my passion, so to speak. I believed at that time my passion was to run my own business.
Yeah.
So I was like, am I going to do it or am I not going to do it? Eventually I decided, yes, I am going to do it.
Yeah.
But had I actually thought about it beforehand, or had I been in the position that I am today before I started, I would have started at a completely different place. When I started to make money.
Yeah.
I started because I wanted to, let's say, the notoriety, or I wanted to be like, you know, at the front of it, because it was like, you know, there's my passion, and, you know, if I'm working for someone else, I don't get that.
Yeah.
You know, you'll get paid what it's decided you're worth, that's it, and you'll maybe get some notoriety if that person you're working for decides to bring a customer out and say, oh, this is the guy that actually did your job.
Yeah.
So in my mind I was like, okay, well, if I do it for myself, like, I'll meet everyone, so they'll know about me, and they'll know it was me that did their job, and they'll pay me.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah. Simple process.
Simple process.
Yeah.
But then as you get started and like get to the point where I am now, had I done the self-development and the self-improvement and been aware of this stuff beforehand, I would have actually said, well, you know what, like, forget all that. That stuff will happen, but that's like a result. It's not necessarily a cause.
Yeah.
So if we could get started at the place we are now, I might say, okay, well, the mission might be that I'm going to go out and let's say a guy wants to do a four-wheel drive fit out. Why do you want to do a four-wheel drive fit out? I want to go camping. Okay, great. If you want to go camping, why do you want to go camping?
Yeah.
The guy maybe says, oh, I want to spend more time with my family. Oh, well, tell me about that.
Yeah.
Well, I want to spend more time with my family because I work this 7-day job, and the times that I get to spend with them, I might take a week and we'll go out and we'll make memories and we'll do, and then it becomes that. So my job becomes helping that guy achieve that goal of getting more family time, spending more time with his kids, building a relationship. So if I had gone out with that in mind, then I probably would have taken the track I'm taking now, but from the beginning. Which now means that I'd be 2 more years down the road on this path, rather than just walking through the gate, like the analogy you used.
Just getting started. Yeah, I agree.
Building relationships
is more important than building money.
Exceptionally more important. First of all,
Yeah.
and secondly, not just building relationships, but building quality relationships. Like fast forward to now, here we are.
Again, I love it. Things we've done, things we do, they all happen for a reason.
All the time. Look after your fellow man. Look after your neighbour. Love thy neighbour. Do the right thing by people, and the universe will reward you.